Ready to master digital marketing and take your clinic to the next level? Whether you're a chiropractor, physical therapist, acupuncturist, or wellness practitioner, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Clinic Marketing Podcast, where we unlock the secrets to attracting more patients and growing your practice. From SEO and website design to social media strategies and the latest in AI, we bring you actionable tips to amplify your online presence, connect with your ideal audience, and outshine the competition. Tune in to stay ahead of the curve and outshine your competition.
Welcome back to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Darcy Sullivan from Propel Marketing and Design, and today we're diving into a super practical and often overlooked strategy that can not only help boost your SEO, but make your website more helpful to patients and save you time and energy. We're talking about FAQs, frequently asked questions. You've probably already answered the same questions over and over and over and over and over again in your clinic. Like, do I need a referral? How much does it cost? Do you accept insurance? Where are you located? What should I expect on my first visit? How long should my first visit be? What should I wear to my first visit? What's parking like at your location? What conditions do you treat? What services do you offer? The list goes on, right? You're probably already starting to think, yeah, off the top of my head, I can think of a number of questions I get asked all the time. But here's the thing. Most clinics don't realize that these questions not only are SEO gold when it comes to specific strategies and use the right way, but also they're going to save you time and energy if you place them on your website the right way, because you can direct people to that information instead of tying up the phone when somebody calls in to ask these specific questions. They'll also help improve your rankings and search results, increase your chances of showing up in the answer box, the rich results, sometimes even the new AI overview, make your site more helpful and user-friendly. Again, reduce the phone calls for those basic questions and build trust with potential new patients. So let's talk about how to leverage FAQs the right way. Search engines like Google are all about giving users the best answers to their questions. And what are people doing when they're typing into Google? A lot of them are asking questions. You've got your basic questions. What does the chiropractor do? Can acupuncture help with headaches? Is physical therapy covered by my insurance? When you add relevant FAQs to your website, you're more likely to rank for these types of questions. And you'll see that while we're using FAQs to rank for some of these questions, we're also using it, again, to improve the user experience of people coming to your website. Because when they come to your website, have a good user experience, they're less likely to just jump right off of your website. And Google sees that as a value add and sees that your content is valuable. Now, when it comes to FAQs, you have a couple different options, right? You can build out a whole FAQ page. And in fact, in our DIY SEO program, Ready, Set, Rank, we have a template bundle that includes specific pages on your website. And there's one that shows you how to build out a specific FAQ page. So you have that option. You also have the option of answering and asking FAQs on your homepage, if that's right for your business, on specific services pages, or on contact pages. So let's talk about those. Which mentioned your homepage. You can add a short FAQ section addressing the top 3 to 5 questions new patients typically ask. This helps serve both as search results and, again, for that user interaction, because people are finding that information quickly. So when would you do this? Well, for example, if you are a niche clinic that maybe requires that a patient have a referral to come see you, you might want a couple of questions and answers about that on your homepage. On your homepage, I would not add more than 5 FAQs. Keep it simple, make it easy to read and easy to digest. However, when we dive into other things like your services page, if you have specific services or your general services page, there are probably FAQs that you want to include. You don't have to label them FAQs. You can just ask the question and answer it. Here are some examples. Let's say you have a spinal decompression page. You can include the question, is spinal decompression painful? If you have a dry needling page, you could include a couple questions like, how many dry needling sessions do I need? What's the difference between dry needling and acupuncture? Asking and answering these questions, again, helps you with ranking. A lot of times with more of those long tail keyword phrases, meaning they're longer keyword phrases, but it also gives that value add to your audience. On your contact or location page, you can include questions like, where should I park? We find this extremely helpful when people have issues with parking, or if there's a diagram that needs to be shown or a map of where somebody should park, or if there's multiple options and you need to direct somebody that parking is free Monday through Friday in front of the office from this time to this time. There's also a paid garage for this. Parking is important information. So if parking is complicated for your location, please make sure that you answer that information on your website. Other common FAQs for your contact page or maybe your homepage, depending again on your specific clinic, could be, do you take walk-ins? Do you accept insurance? What should I bring to my first appointment? Sometimes questions like, what should I bring to my first appointment, are better left for a first visit page. A first visit page is also another page that we include in our DIY SEO program, Ready, Set, Rank. We have a template for what you should include on that page. And yes, it can absolutely include information like, what should I bring to my first appointment? This stuff just purely adds value to your website visitors. Not only, again, does it improve SEO, but it also helps prevent confusion and even sometimes no-shows. Again, you can also create a dedicated full-blown FAQ page, which goes into all the questions that people ask and then answer them. When it's time to write your FAQs, keep these tips in mind. You want to write the way a patient would ask the question. So use natural language. Think, do I need a referral for physical therapy instead of referral policy for PT services? See how one matches what a person really is searching and the other one is worded the way you would word it. We want to word things the way the audience words them. We also want to keep our answers clear and concise. You don't need to write a manuscript about where to park, right? You don't need to go into crazy detail when answering these questions. You want to answer the question directly in the first sentence. You can always expand from there, but really get to the point. Include keywords naturally. Some of this stuff isn't really about ranking for one specific keyword. If you have an FAQ page, it's not necessarily about ranking that page for every single keyword that is listed on that page. You want to avoid jargon. Keep the language simple and friendly. Patients don't want a medical journal. They want clearly answered questions. Update it regularly. Your office hours might change. Your policies might change. So make sure that your FAQs reflect that. So let's say you're a chiropractor and patients often ask, do you take insurance? That question could be a full FAQ on your homepage and insurance page. You might answer something like, do you accept insurance? Yes, we accept most major insurances, including, and then list them and say, we also offer self-pay options. Contact us to verify your coverage. You can repeat an FAQ in multiple places to make sure people see it, especially if it's an important one, like, do you accept insurance? Now, you've included natural keywords while providing value. You can also use FAQs to create other content. You can use them solely for a blog post. If you have a blog post, you can take one of your FAQs and break it down in detail into a blog post. For example, can acupuncture help with headaches? That could be a full blog post in itself. You can also take FAQs and use them for social media posts or short videos or reels or email newsletters. We like to suggest, if you're going to do a blog post and a video or social media content, that you bundle it together. Maybe you make a short video, then you push it through social media and you turn it into a blog post and then email it out. So then you have a win-win-win. You've got valuable SEO content on your website, you've got social media going, you've got video, and you've got emails. Some other examples could be 5 things to know before your first acupuncture appointment, or can chiropractors help with headaches? Here's what to know. You can do an email blast. New to physical therapy? Here's what you should expect for your first visit. Again, this is a total win-win when you partner quality FAQs on your website with social media content, videos when appropriate, and email blast. So, how are the FAQs on your website? It might seem like a small detail, but when they're done right, they can have a big impact on how your clinic shows up in search and how patients engage with your website. Remember, your patients are asking these questions. You might as well provide the content. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Clinic Marketing Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Before you go, I've got something exciting to share. If you're ready to rank higher on Google and attract more patients, you're invited to a free workshop designed to help you dominate the first page of Google without spending a dime on ads. In this workshop, you'll learn proven SEO strategies to attract new patients, how to optimize your Google business profile for local search dominance, and the number one thing you can do today to boost your website performance in just 10 minutes. Plus, you'll receive a patient-centered SEO action plan, a free step-by-step guide to help you take action right away. Don't let your website fade into the background. Sign up now at propelyourcompany.com/learn. Again, that's propelyourcompany.com/learn. Spots are limited, so grab your seat today.